Coming up on Around San Diego, a dramatic scene after a small plane lands on the sand in Misson Beach. We hear from the pilot about their shocking emergency landing. Plus, how a celebration at Camp Pendleton led to metal debris crashing onto a CHP patrol car. And the mayor of San Diego is promising to push forward with a plan to transform the sports arena site in the Midway district. The next steps for the Midway Rising project. Hello and welcome to you. Thank you so much for joining us as we take you around San Diego. I'm CBS 8's Jenny Day, and I'll get you caught up on our top stories, and we'll look ahead at what's to come around San Diego. We begin with two devastating crashes. In the first, a La Mesa police officer, just 25 years old, was struck and killed while responding to another crash. It happened on the 8th Monday night, and now a memorial continues to grow outside of police headquarters. The police chief says Officer Lauren Craven had a passion for law enforcement.
You never know when we're going to leave here. We have to take one day at a time and love one another.
When they suit up every single morning, you don't know if they're coming home.
Yeah, the city manager says the La Mesa Police Department's mental health and wellness program is assisting officers and other staff as they process her loss. And now to new details from that other crash, the accident in Lake Murray that killed one child and injured two others Monday morning. Police say the three siblings, all sixth graders at Pershing Middle School, were crossing Jackson Drive around 7:30 in an area without a crosswalk when they were struck by a driver. He did stay there at the scene and tried to help, but 11-year-old Andrew Olson died at Rady Children's Hospital. His sisters were both hospitalized, one with serious injuries. Officers say speed and alcohol do not appear to be factors. The driver simply did not see them. Parents in the area say that morning sun can be blinding along that stretch of road.
People don't usually travel the 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, and coming over this hill in the morning at that time, the sun's right in your eyes as you're coming over the hill.
My heart. The principal at Pershing Middle School says San Diego Unified counselors will be on campus to assist students, staff, and parents. Well, Lee Lohr, the man accused of threatening a mass shooting at Shoal Creek Elementary, was just found guilty on a felony charge of making criminal threats. Jurors deliberated for just one day, and investigators found more than 400 emails about shooting the school on Lohr's phone back in 2023. His defense attorney says the emails were sent as replies to spam ads and argued he's a military veteran battling trauma who never intended to harm anyone or have those emails be seen. Lohr faces up to 3 years in prison at his next sentencing this month. And we are learning more about a mishap during the Marine Corps' 250th anniversary celebration at Camp Pendleton. California Highway Patrol says an artillery round detonated mid-flight over the 5, and metal debris crashed down onto a patrol car. The freeway was shut down due to initial concerns, but thankfully no one was hurt, and the Marines say they are still investigating. Well, now to that dramatic scene that unfolded right on Misson Beach. A small plane was forced to make an emergency landing in the sand just feet away from people on the beach. Witnesses say the single-engine Cessna came down smoothly near San Luis Obispo Place. The pilot tells us the engine suddenly failed just a few miles north of the beach. Through quick thinking and teamwork, he and his daughter, who was co-piloting, managed to land safely with no one getting hurt.
I just had an engine failure off Bird Rock. We're heading south and couldn't get the thing restarted and had to land on the beach.
He did all of his radio calls, knew it was failing, saw the beach, quickly decided, made an executive decision, we're going to land on the beach.
Whew, yeah, the plane was towed south along the beach toward Belmont Park, where federal officials began working to remove the plane from the beach. The FAA is now investigating the engine failure and response. Well, CBS 8 has learned Naval investigators are looking into a cache of weapons found in a car at Naval Base Coronado. Authorities say the weapons were found 2 weeks ago in a vehicle registered to the father of an active duty Navy service member stationed on the USS Abraham Lincoln. The items found include multiple guns not registered in the state of California, hollow point bullets, and body armor. Authorities also say the service member had recently been denied a request for training to become a Navy SEAL and then expressed suicidal ideation. That resulted in his commanding officer suspending his certification to possess firearms. The service member has not been charged with any crimes. Well, new crime data shows San Diego's homicide rate is the lowest of any major city in the U.S. Mayor Todd Gloria says it's proof the city's approach to public safety is working. The numbers come from the police department's Bureau of Detectives comparing murder rates in major cities. From January 1st through early October, there have been 23 homicides here in San Diego. That's about 1.6 homicides per 100,000 residents. Los Angeles has reported 181 homicides so far this year. Chicago, 335. Well, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria is also promising to push forward with the Midway Rising project, despite a court ruling that halted progress. He plans to appeal the California Supreme Court after a state appeals court said the city must do more environmental reviews before lifting that 30-foot coastal height limit. The $4 billion plan would transform the sports arena site into 4,000 housing units, 8 acres of parks, and a 16,000-seat entertainment venue to replace Pechanga Arena. Gloria said in a statement, failure is simply not an option, and we will get this done. We'll keep you posted. Still ahead, the local restaurant offering free meals to military families as the government shutdown continues. Plus, new rules for U.S. citizenship, why some people say the test just got harder. Welcome back. Changes have begun for anyone hoping to become a U.S. citizen. The government just rolled out a new version of the citizenship test, and it is tougher. CBS 8's Brian White breaks down what's different and what it means for future Americans.
Yeah, for anyone applying for citizenship going forward, the test you take has undergone some changes, and here's why some people are saying it's harder to pass. Applicants are now facing a more demanding U.S. citizenship test. The number of civics questions has doubled from 10 to 20, and now to pass, you've got to answer 12 correctly. There's also a larger study pool, 128 possible questions, up from 100, covering U.S. history, government, and civics. But it's not just about memorization.
It is very open-ended. The officer asks the question and you have to be able to recall and give an answer that kind of runs along the line of what they're seeking.
Immigration attorney and USD law professor Tammy Lynn says even her law students struggle with some of the new questions.
There's 13 original colonies, name 5. It used to be named 3. They've increased it now to 5.
But it's not just the test itself that's changed. The interview process is also shifting, especially the way moral character is evaluated. Before, it was good enough not to have any criminal convictions over the past 5 years. But now,
you have to preemptively prove that you're a good person versus having the absence of bad things. Does that mean that you have to have more documentation proving that you volunteer?
For now, Professor Lynn and her legal clinic are holding off on filing some applications, waiting to see how immigration officers interpret the new rules and how applicants can meet these less defined standards. She expects to start seeing real data on the impact of these changes by next spring and hopes the tougher process won't discourage would-be Americans.
It is the life dream of many people that come here as immigrants to become a citizen, and they're already very nervous to begin with, even before all these changes. And I just hope that this doesn't discourage people from applying.
Brian White, CBS 8.
Brian, thank you. And we are learning more about a crash in Bay Park that hurt 3 federal officers. It happened on Dakota Drive after an immigration enforcement operation. Officials say a Kuwait national with a final order of deportation rammed into law enforcement vehicles while trying to evade arrest. ICE San Diego Field Office Director Patrick Diver said in a statement that the suspect is wanted in his home country and has a violent criminal history. Neighbors Neighbors reported hearing loud crashing sounds Wednesday before emerging to find chaos on their street.
He hit a federal agent up at Dakota and Waco and then tried to drive away, and they were chasing him. And he drove down the street and turned around in the cul-de-sac, and the federal agent parked his truck right behind us there, blocking the road, and the guy drove his car into the federal agent's truck.
Yeah, ICE San Diego says both the officers and the suspect were treated at a local hospital. Meantime, county supervisors are moving forward with a plan to restrict immigration agents from entering county facilities without a warrant. Supervisors also directed county attorneys to investigate cases of ICE impersonation. Board Chair Tara Lawson-Remer says this will protect civil liberties, but opponents argue local agencies should cooperate with federal law enforcement. The plan will return for final consideration in 30 days. And the San Diego City Council's Rules Committee has advanced a proposed tax on vacation homes, bringing it one step closer to appearing on the ballot next year. The tax would apply to more than 10,000 short-term vacation rentals or vacant second homes across the city. Councilmember Shanila Rivera says it could generate up to $130 million for the city annually and would go to the city's general fund. While homes rented on a long-term basis would be exempt, some worry the tax could harm working-class property owners. The proposal must be approved by the full city council before it becomes a ballot measure. Well, now amid the government shutdown, with thousands of workers missing paychecks, one local restaurant is stepping up to help our military families. Ming's Revolving Sushi and Bar in Chula Vista is offering them free meals. One Navy sailor says his bank is actually temporarily fronting his paycheck, but even so, a free lunch means a little less stress in a time of uncertainty.
Like a little worry about, just in the future. How I just concerned about how long it's going to be shut down. I hope it's not that long.
They appreciate it, but we appreciate them too, for protecting our country.
Yeah, the business has now served around 400 people in just 1 week, giving out more than 2,500 plates. Wow. Still ahead, after one dog died and one became ill from ingesting meth in Ocean Beach, we'll hear from a veterinarian on how you can help keep your pet safe. Well, as we continue to take you around San Diego, the group Preserve Greater Golden Hill has secured a temporary restraining order on a 186-unit, 8-story tower there in Golden Hill, though some construction was underway when our CBS 8 crews visited on Tuesday. The group sued the city earlier this month over approving the project under its Complete Communities Affordable Housing Program. A San Diego Superior Court judge granted the restraining order, halting construction until the case is heard. Neighbors claim the city issued an unusual waiver for a luxury building that threatens their affordable, quiet community.
It shows that the judge thinks our case is serious. And to have somebody come in and put an 8-story with luxury apartments is totally antithetical to our neighborhood.
The city went ahead and allowed for this type of building when we don't have the infrastructure or the mass transit, as they said. So the judge ruled on that. The judge caught it. So our city's corrupt.
Neighbors are concerned that if ruled legal by the courts, it would allow developers to target prime lower-income rental areas such as Golden Hill under the guise of affordable housing. The 8-story tower is being developed by Chicago-based Cedar Street. The lawsuit is expected to be heard in court November 26th. Well, families in San Diego Unified who are hoping to choose where to enroll their kids in schools outside of their neighborhoods have just a couple of weeks left. If you want priority on your application, the window for that closes November 3rd. If you miss the deadline, you can still apply up until the Friday before school starts next August. Now, reasons for considering different schools include proximity to a parent's work or wanting a school that offers specialized programs based on your child's interests. Speaking of, there is a new pathway to a 4-year degree without leaving the South Bay. San Diego State and Southwestern College have signed a deal to offer a bachelor's in psychology on Southwestern's campus starting in fall of 2027. The program helps working parents and cross-border students earn an SDSU degree without commuting to the main campus. It's the 7th SDSU degree now offered at Southwestern, where 2/3 of students are Hispanic. Students pay SDSU tuition but save on transportation while training for high-demand jobs in HR and organizational development.
So much to the students. It's just an amazing opportunity, and I don't want to get emotional, but I want to cry because this is just beautiful.
And yeah, while the region is expanding options, SDSU's president says improving transportation and border access remains a priority. And right now, El Cajon is asking residents to help shape the future of Parkway Plaza. Some ideas people have suggested include a farmer's market, green spaces, live music, and upscale dining. City leaders say shopping habits have changed and Parkway Plaza must evolve to stay a vibrant economic hub, potentially adding housing, parks, and walkable areas.
It's important for the city for this to remain an economic hub. We want to still have a commercial and retail component.
Yeah, I'm curious what they'll do. The city is working with developers and property owners to create a new land use plan with a virtual workshop for public input that is scheduled for November 20th. Well, we have an update now after 2 dogs were rushed to the vet for reportedly ingesting methamphetamine at OB's Dog Beach. Unfortunately, one of those dogs did die. CBS 8 spoke with the vet who managed to save the other dog.
One thing that I think about with the situation is a lot of dogs love to go to those public places like Dog Beach and such and be off leash. You definitely want to let them enjoy that, but just know there's a risk out there. It's something that benefits them. They love to run free and play, but always keep a close eye on them. And if you're going to go to places like that, make sure you're watching them closely afterwards. And anytime they're off leash and roaming around, the stuff is out there.
Yeah, and she added, if you do think your pet has ingested drugs, contact Poison Control or go right to the emergency vet clinic. Still ahead, we'll introduce you to the nonprofit that's looking to turn San Diego green, one cleanup at a time. Stay with us. Well, preserving the beauty and cleanliness of San Diego County is top of mind for one eco-friendly nonprofit. In this Earth 8 report, Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis hit the pavement with the street stewards to see how they are turning San Diego green in real time.
A local nonprofit is looking to turn San Diego green, one cleanup at a time. The street stewards are out in the streets cleaning up after San Diegans, making our county look good. Are you ready to adopt the block?
So we're going to head a little bit north and a little bit south.
Aye, aye, Captain. Mark O'Connor serves as a captain for Old Downtown Encinitas, along with John Wick, who serves as the lead captain overseeing all of Encinitas.
That's where the street sweepers can't get.
With the help of volunteers, these street stewards team up every second Saturday of the month.
January was our first cleanup here, and we are at, I think, 500 pounds of trash. So we average anywhere from like 50 to last one was 90 pounds.
They've even had as many as 200 people at a cleanup, but the average head count is around 10. They focus on picking up trash in the streets and alleys before it makes its way to our coastline. This nonprofit even has the mayor of Encinitas' attention.
Well, Encinitas is very environmentally sensitive, but the reason is this volunteer-based group is going around cleaning up our streets, and I mean, both sides, everybody likes that.
Sporting lime green shirts and orange trash pickers, volunteers of all ages are making a difference here.
It's really our generation that can make a difference, and we're the ones left at the planet. So I think it's just really important to help out where we can and just get involved early on.
In Escondido, you'll also see street stewards carefully picking up trash along the roads. This trio calls themselves the Three Trashy Ladies, who started volunteering in 2021.
Small group pickups,
through Facebook and Nextdoor. And then I discovered Street Stewards. I go, this is what we need in Escondido.
Escondido resident Scott Horst is now an executive director for Street Stewards and wants the entire county to be sporting green.
We're looking for captains in every community across San Diego County.
Captains promote street stewards in their community by getting their neighbors and local businesses involved with monthly group cleanups and promote the program on social media.
We have Escondido, we have downtown San Diego, we have Ocean Beach, we have Encinitas, but I need them in every other community.
You can also adopt your block like the founder and executive director of Street Stewards, Aaron Knoll, who wasn't happy seeing trash on the streets of his Ocean Beach community.
Area. These are recent pickups for fellow street stewards. You can see details about them, and they may even post pictures. And this is where you would record your own pickup. You can record the date, name, how many bags, how many pounds, and then you can set this as your home adoption, so it's very easy to repeat this.
Combining his love to keep OB clean and graphic design skills, Aaron's One Green Line has expanded to more green lines on their live interactive map tailored to San Diego County. You can add to the stats by adopting your own block on their website at streetstewards.com. So far, there have been 900 pickups spanning 600 miles and counting. Take it from a captain. Each action adds up.
17 pounds.
It's like saving $1. Saving $1 is not that difficult, but you do that consistently and it like adds up. So kind of same principle.
The greener, the better.
Another cigarette butt.
For CBS 8, I'm Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis.
Yeah, let's all do better, but thank you for the good work they're doing. Hey, and take a look at this. NASCAR has revealed the street course that it will use for next year's race on North Island. It has 16 turns and is almost 3.5 miles long, all contained there on the Naval Base Coronado. The event is June 19th through the 21st and is part of the 250th anniversary celebration of the United States Navy. Pre-sale tickets are now open on NASCARSanDiego.com. General sales open November 7th. Hey, we'll now take a look at this. CAL FIRE shared a puppy rescue with a happy ending in Ramona. 3-month-old Great Pyrenees mix Zoe got stuck between two boulders. Her owner couldn't reach her, so firefighters from Deer Springs and Ramona stations used airbags to shift those rocks. Then using ropes and hoses, crews carefully pulled Zoe to safety. The puppy was reunited with her grateful owner, tail wagging. Wow, they do good work. That'll do it for us. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for staying informed. For CBS 8, I'm Jenny Day. Take such good care.